Two in a game, not bad.
I know, it's 2 goals from left back. I wasn't really expecting it, but yeah, I'm glad.
Was the key getting that equaliser right on half-time?
Yeah, I mean, going into half-time 1-0 down would have been tough. But yeah, it lifted the spirits and we were ready to go in the second half.
First time 2 goals in a City shirt in a game. When was the last time you scored 2? Back in the academy days?
Yeah, back in the academy days.
And Kevin De Bruyne today, the assist twice and a goal for him. That was De Bruyne at his best, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can say so. He's an amazing player in training every day. He works 100%. And it's a pleasure to play with him.
And what about this competition for Manchester City now and its importance this season?
Yeah, of course, it's always important. It's a big competition. All the teams in England play it, and yeah, we want to win it.
And sum up overall for you what you thought of Plymouth and the way they battled, obviously the way they played throughout this competition.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a very good team, very physical, very direct, and yeah, congratulations to them getting this far.
Well, you're through, you'll be favourites. Is winning the FA Cup the minimum now?
Yeah, 100%. We're going to do our best to win, and yeah, into the quarterfinals now.
Well done. You are player of the match as well, Nico O'Reilly.
So I'm really pleased for the game he played and helped us a lot.
And Kevin De Bruyne, no player has had more assists or goals in the FA Cup in the last 10 years. 2 more today. And a goal.
That's why I have been maybe one of the 5 players, the best players in all history in this club. That's is without a doubt. So the amount of things that they have done with the ball, that's his goals and being there, and every time he performed well, I'm the happiest man of this planet. I'm sorry to tell you, because he gave me many things to the team, to me, and he has played really good today.
We know his contract situation, that the FA Cup could be his last trophy with this club.
Nobody knows it.
But that would be, it's something to aim for in a sense for him too.
Listen, nobody knows it.
Nobody knows it, no. And where do you sum up what this competition represents for the club now, with the last trophy that you can go for?
But it's not for the last trophy. How many times we arrive in the last 5 series in semi-finals of the FA Cup? Tell me, how many times? In the last 5
Every
years?
season, pretty much.
So that is how important it is. There's no team have been 5 or 6 in a row being semi-finals. Now we are going to fight. So tomorrow we're going to see the draw, and we're going to see what's happened.
Thank you, Pep.
You're very welcome.
Hey, they gave them a massive scare. 1-0 up Plymouth on the stroke of half-time.
Yeah, absolutely. And City were finding it really hard to break them down. They were in that block where everyone was behind the ball, and it kind of like stunned us all a little bit. We're thinking, how is City going to find a way? But they always do. And actually, it was set pieces tonight, and excellent deliveries from the set pieces that came in.
There's a bit of conjecture about the corner. Have a look at it. We've even zoomed in on it. It's impossible to tell, isn't it?
Do you know, it's one of those things, but you have to get it correct. Do you know, if it does lead and it's the wrong decision, we have to look at that and say the officials did. If it happened against you, you'd be certainly asking that question. I think that's the point. Then we roll on from there. You know, we see there's some top saves in the build-up and some pressure. I mean, at the moment in time, it was just constant Manchester City pressure, but it's really tight.
Plymouth obviously think it should be a goal kick. Yeah, and you can see why they think. Does it come off the side of Ruben Diaz there? Oh, does it come off Katic? I mean, who knows?
It's a match-changing moment, though, Mark, because this decision then ends up in this moment there for young Nico O'Reilly. Look, I mentioned about the delivery. The delivery is exceptional. There was also arguments, questions whether that was a foul. I don't think it is. I think it's good strength from O'Reilly, and he has to be stronger in a defensive phase, and he just came on as a sub. But I think it's a very good header from the young man there.
Houghton is too busy, isn't he, Michael, looking at O'Reilly and not focusing on the ball?
Well, we've seen it straight away. We were sat watching the monitor, we were sat watching it in real time, and once you lose the flight of the ball, he's backtracking. So people say, well, there is contact, he is nudged. But when he's already tracking like this and he's losing his footing, he's got no balance, he's got no idea where the ball is, that little nudge knocks him away. There is a little bit of contact, but not enough for the referee to say that there's a foul.
I think that's right to allow the goal, don't you?
Yeah, like I said, I think it's good strength. As Michael said there, he's backtracking and he's off balance, and the young lad's just got strength. It's a set piece, physicality counts, but again, excellent delivery. Without the delivery, that doesn't happen.
The irony's not lost on all of us, any of us, is it? They're 2-1 up from 2 set pieces, Manchester City. They've had to use every facet of the game to get over the line in this one.
Well, in the first half, they probed, they moved the ball around, they asked some questions. Second half, they upped the tempo. They put miles more pressure on, the amount of corners, the amount of territory that they gained. It was always felt like it was going to come because that had that quality. But Plymouth did really well for long periods to defend it out. And City had to find different ways, and at set pieces they are good at it. And they've got to be.
If this is the dying embers of his Manchester City career, we had a really good view from where we were over there, down this sort of alleyway, and we could see De Bruyne whipping in those crosses, whipping in those passes, all that swerve he still got on it. He had a really influential second half in particular, didn't he?
I thought he was exceptional. I actually thought him and Jack Grealish the second half down his left-hand side really caused havoc and got the momentum that they wanted. But yeah, I can't see that being his end if he's played like that tonight. But
and
you're trying to break my heart again, aren't you? Saying goodbye to him. Don't do it to me.
I'm not in charge of the contract situation
I know.
here, but I think if you've got to March now and you haven't been offered a new contract and you're 33, you probably are good. I mean, you're the footballers. Yeah. You're not suddenly going to get one in the
any footballer, they're asking a long time before. Where's that contract? Can we have it? Can we be looked after? He had some really good moments, doesn't he? Not as match sharp as you would like, but that right foot, what he delivers, how he puts balls into key areas. What was really nice here, he makes the box, and Erling Haaland stays big. How many times have we seen De Bruyne feed Haaland the other way round? It was nice to see that touch, that little nutmeg pass, and Kevin getting on the end of it.
It was a great, as you said, he played it through the legs of the defender there, but again, De Bruyne timing the run, back shoulder, getting in there. You get your just rewards there. But I thought Kevin De Bruyne was brilliant today. Really,
it was a pleasure to watch him. It really was. And look, they're in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. You just feel it's one of those. And if they win the FA Cup, he'll say that day at Wembley, I was determined to go out on a high. After everything I've won here, I wasn't going to go out with a whimper.
And you would hope for somebody of his stature, what he's delivered for this football club and for everybody watching him and the neutral, that he goes out with a trophy, lifting it, being there, and special moments for special players, and I hope he ends on a real high.
You could see it wasn't just relief at the end. You could see what it meant, the smile on Erling Haaland's face, Pep Guardiola applauding the crowd. You get the sense it's been, by their standards, a really average season. I'm being polite there. They need to go out and win this. You could see what it meant to Manchester City in that second half.
You've won 4 Premier League titles in a row. You don't lose that mentality. It hasn't gone well for them, but there's still winners in this team, and you're right, they don't want to have a trophyless season. I think as that maybe only happened once for Pep, maybe when he first came in, so it's unheard of, and their standards, and they have the mentality, and they keep going, and this is their only chance, so they're going to go for it, and rightly so they should.
Absolutely. Maxi Talioverov, who put Plymouth in front with that header, here he is now with Gabriel Clark.
Well, Maxi, well played. Was 3-1 a bit hard on you overall, or did you deserve a bit better?
First of all, so happy to play here against the best team in the world, one of the best team in the world, against really fantastic players. And of course we are a bit upset because of the result, but I hope our fans will proud of us because we really try to do our best, and we left there like 120%. Also, we really appreciate that our fans, I think it was around 10,000 on the Etihad, and we really appreciated every player, and we just try to do our best.
Your father sends you video clips, doesn't he, to help your game? Your father back in Ukraine. So what will he have made of your goal?
Of course, actually, he sent me a lot of information about the strikers because he really helps me, and we worked a lot with him this week, so it really helped me. We didn't speak a lot about set pieces.
Scoring.
About scoring. But it really helps me a lot. I really appreciate that he spent a lot of time of this.
And it's a long time since you've seen your father in person, isn't it?
Yeah, it's around 3.5 years, I think.
So what will today represent to him?
Of course, right now we have really hard situation. It is really tough, but these few hours per day we have just to focus on the games or on the trainings, and football really help us to forget it and for our warriors, our supporters in Ukraine. I know that when national team play, they just also sometimes try to watch and forget about everything. So I'm really proud of them, and right now it's a really hard situation, but we will try to help our people as much as possible, and hopefully we will win this war as fast as possible as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, just think about that for a second. He hasn't seen his parents for 3.5 years for very obvious reasons. Everything that's going on in Ukraine, everything that's going on with their president just at the moment as well. Wow, that makes us realise this is great fun, but this is fairly insignificant in the great scheme of things.
Yeah, I mean, that takes you back, doesn't it? What a wonderful interview. I thought he spoke exceptionally well, and how proud he was to have that moment. He started off saying, just by being here, playing in this stadium. And you can imagine his father, when he's watching those clips, I mean, how proud he would be sat there. I think it was a brilliant interview. It
was a great moment when he put Plymouth in front, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Sorry, I'm just a little bit emotional from that.
I know, you're right, because it puts it all in perspective.
Yeah, that was tough to hear from that, because it is a magical moment and you want all your family to see it. You want them to be here, and the circumstances are different. But as you said, Brownie, they'll be very proud of him, and that goal would have meant so much to them, and they'll be replaying that for a long, long time.
Absolutely, watching that in their apartment in Kyiv.
التشكيل المتوقع لمباراة مانشستر سيتي ضد بليموس. موقف عمر مرموش. كشف موقع جول العالمي عن التشكيل المتوقع لمباراة مانشستر سيتي المحترف ضمن صفوف النجم المصري عمر مرموش، وأرجال المحدد لها 8:15 مساء السبت بملعب الاتحاد ضمن منافسات الدور الخامس في بطولة كأس الاتحاد الإنجليزي. وصعد مانشستر سيتي إلى الدور الخامس من المسابقة بعد فوزه 8-0 على سلفادور سيتي في الدور الثالث، وفوز 2-1 خارج أرضه على اليوتن أوريانت ضمن منافسات الدور الرابع. ويحتل بليموس المركز 22 حاليا في دور الدرجة الأولى التشامبيونشيب، أطاح بفريقين من الدوري الإنجليزي الممتاز بالفعل متغلبا على برينتفورد وليفربول. وكان الفوز على النجم المصري محمد صلاح ورفاقه يمثل واحدة من أكبر المفاجآت هذا الموسم في المسابقة الإنجليزية. وكشفت تقارير صحفية إنجليزية عن زيادة ثروة عمر مرموش نجم منتخب مصر. وتابعت الصحيفة على الرغم من عدم وجود معلومات رسمية بشأن راتبه، لكن وفقا لمراسل سكاي في ألمانيا باتريك بيرجر كان عمر مرموش يكسب حوالي 1,065 جنيه استرليني سنويا في انتراخت فرانكفورت. وأوضحت الصحيفة لم تقتصر أرباح عمر مرموش على رواتبه فقط، بل زادت ثروته من خلال صفقات الرعاية أبرزها كونا سفير العلامة التجارية لمنصة توتو.